Hello everyone, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day, had a nice weekend, ready to get back at it to finish this summer course. Let's get it though. Today we will be talking about going over and covering chapters 8 and also chapter 9. The concepts that we will be covering is multiple stakeholders model, 2 employee engagement, and also 3 different leadership styles. And this is all good when trying to promote great teamwork and also collaboration within companies and stakeholder brands and shareholders brands as well. So first, we'll go over multiple stakeholders model, and this is pretty much saying that organizations ought to be concerned with interests of many different individuals and groups, not just shareholders and also stockholders. This is understanding that your customers, you have to connect with your customers. You can't just be concerned with collabing with other groups and not looking for the greater cause. And it's ultimately trying to bring those customers and consumers that you may have into your brand and build that connection, that little bridge that you may have. You close it off. You shorten it for so they can understand the ultimate goal and show that you have empathy for what their needs are. And also, it's a theory of corporate responsibility and holds that management most important responsibilities that last long. And also, they must achieve and satisfy the interests of multiple corporate stakeholders, not only just shareholders. You just gotta, like I told you, gotta reach the masses. You gotta do it for the greater cause. And just so you guys understand, I'm going to tell you guys a definition of what a stakeholder is. It is a person or group with a stake or legitimate interest in a company's actions. Stakeholders groups may try to influence the firm to act in their own interest. And this is always important when it comes to business, so that you're acting in an interest that will ultimately enhance your viewing in the public, within the consumers, in the market looking at your stakeholder company. And there are 4 steps to increasing workplace democracy in the stakeholder model. And this is 1, create a workplace in which every member thinks and acts like an owner. 2, reintegrate the management of work with the doing of work. 3, widely distribute quality information. And this is important because who wants to listen to somebody that don't have quality information? Somebody that lacks information in a job they're supposed to be an expert in. Like, people do not want to be a part of something that is not legitimate, it's not real, it's not of quality, I would say. And the 4th and final step to increasing workplace democracy is allowing social structure to grow from the bottom rather than reinforced from the top. And this is also just a leadership style, or management type of style, where you're not trying to enforce rules on your employees or your group of people that are supporting the company. It's not how it's supposed to be done. It's supposed to be a balance of knowledge being transferred from the employees to the management system. Management system is supposed to be there just to create goals and to accomplish things, to make sure the logistics of the company is right. And that's what the workplace democracy, increasing that, is pretty much saying. So we're also going to talk about, we're going to employee engagement. And this is the emotional connection an employee feels towards his or her employment organization. Many times, employee engagement is important when it comes to a company, because they want to inflict that so employees have ownership over their company. And ultimately, employee engagement allows the employees to want to stay with the company. Just think about it. If you're engaged in the community and it's something of your self-interest that you support, you will be a part of that because you will create ownership. It will be some type of emotional attachment that you have for the company beyond that. And it's proven that companies that lack employee engagement tend to lose employees faster than those who actually advocate employee engagement and going into the community and trying to get employees interactive with the company outside of just doing work. And we will go into speaking on the different leadership styles. And this is important when it comes to being a manager or being a community leader. Is different leadership styles, and understanding that will allow you to have a larger effect, a greater effect on who you want to benefit or who you want a part of your circle, your community, I would say. I would mostly say that it's good at being a community leader, because you got to know which type of leader you need to be to get people to follow you, to understand your point of view, and to ultimately stand behind you. Because many people look for a certain type of leader to guide them in a certain direction. Like I told you, it's about self-interest. If you are appealing to someone's self-interest, you can get them to see your mission and your goal. So, as I was saying, being a leader comes with having the support around you, whether that's being in a community or being a business leader. Like, there's different styles, and you need to understand that to know what way you need to appeal to the group of people you want to support or you want to get to stand behind you. So the three types of leadership styles are situational leadership, transformational leadership, and also discursive leadership. And one is discursive leadership is the social, linguistic, and cultural aspects of leadership as reflected in concrete interactional processes. And this is important because, like I said, it's based on self-interest. So if you're being a leader based on a culture of people, a group of people, this is ultimately important because you have to have that self-interest. You have to have that appearance that they're looking for. The culture, represent the culture they want to represent in order to grow. And this can be seen where like we can say about like Hawaii, the culture, the Mauna Kea, how they have the mountain that they want to put a telescope on. Like, it's a culture of people. Certain culture of people can represent that, and they can get supporters behind it based on the culture and the language they speak and people understanding that language. And second, we have the transformational leadership. This emphasizes organizational change as the essential task of effective leadership. And this is known as evolution in a way. Like, you have to change certain things of a company or a brand in order to ultimately stay with the times and stay in the loop of everything that's going on. And this has been seen every day in this type of leadership. You have to be able to adapt to change, and this happens every day. With you can see Target, Walmart, they have different products that help people see like change. Evolution is what is needed in our community. And thirdly, like I told you guys, is situational leadership. And this suggests that effective leadership emerges from behavior that is responsive to varied situations. This can be described as a community leader, someone that stands for a greater cause. Maybe we can speak in reference to Black Lives Matter, like things happening, building up to that, and it causes somebody to stand up based on a situation that keeps occurring over and over and over and over again. And it's just something that is real. And many cultures or there's many things in the community that happen that allow people to do that. And this is an important aspect, a situational leader, especially in community service and being a part of the community. It's very important. So I'm gonna leave you guys with these 3 questions. Do you agree with the 4 steps to increasing workplace democracy based on the multiple stakeholders model? If so, why? Let me know. And 2, if you are a community leader, which leadership style would you most likely use? And 3, last one but not least, what are the benefits of employee engagement at your current job? All right, y'all take care. Let's get these A's and y'all be blessed.